The biggest financial advantage has nothing to do with being smart, rich, or lucky. In fact, someone making average money can still become wealthy if they understand one thing. While it is true that making a lot of money makes it much easier to become wealthy, it all depends on what you do with what you're given. If you consistently invest your money into something proven to grow over time, like the S&P 500, you're already ahead of most people. The real thing that makes people rich, though, is time in the market. Time in the market is the most valuable thing for the average person, and it all comes from what Albert Einstein calls the eighth wonder of the world, compound growth. When starting out, your money grows off of your principal amount. Over time, your money starts growing on top of the growth it already made, creating a massive snowball effect. The first point I want to cover is this person A versus person B example that I researched. This example that I researched really opened my eyes when it comes to money and time. Everybody asks, how much money do I need to invest? Almost nobody asks, how early should I start? Because of this, most people have no idea how compound growth works or even what it is. As an example, let's say person A is 25 years old and person B is 35. They both invest $5,000 a year. Person A invests between the ages 25 to 35, and person B invests between the ages 35 to 64. Person A only invests $50,000, but person B invested $150,000. In the end, person A ends up with $850,150, and person B ends up with $660,668. Both end up with a respectable amount of money, but person B had to work 3 times as hard just to end up with less money. This is all because person A started 10 years younger. Those 10 years, whenever you're 20, or 25 in this example, are the most valuable years that you can ever have whenever it comes to investing. And this proves the power of compound interest and time in the market. The second point I want to cover is why most people ignore this. When people invest in something long-term like Vanguard's S&P 500 index fund, they get bored because compound growth takes years to come in. Humans think linearly, but compound growth is exponential. The people that you see these days are day traders on social media who make thousands of dollars in a single day by following the simple rule of buy low and sell high, which does work, but these people are the 1%. But what social media doesn't show you is how many people lose money trying to trade. My biggest rule that I live by is set it and forget it. By setting it and forgetting it, investing turns into something automatic, just another expense that comes out of every paycheck. That's how you push through the boring early stages, or most people quit. My third point I want to cover is the cost of waiting. Waiting to invest is the most costly action that you can take in your life. Not because of the laziness or delaying the gain of skills, but the loss of essential early years of compound growth. This leads back to the example I said with the person A versus person B. Those first 10 years that person A invested with meant more than any of the years that person B could ever have, because even with him investing the 10 extra years, he still was $200,000 behind because of the effect of compound growth that those first 10 years had. Most young people, especially the people around me since I am 17, always say that they have plenty of time and they can just figure it out later. Little do they know what feels like small spending now on things like fast food and expensive clothes could cost hundreds of thousands of dollars later in time. A good example from another creator is the Money Guy Show idea that every $1 you have at 20 years old has the potential to grow to $88 when you're at 65 years old, assuming a 10% return rate in the stock market. Most people think being young means you have time to waste, but financially being young is the most valuable asset you can ever possibly own. If you're like me, then you are rich with time, which can make you rich in the future if you use it correctly. My friends ask me when they should start investing, and I always tell them that the best time to start was yesterday, and the second best time is today. On that note, you should probably do your research and learn to invest in things that you believe in and that you think will grow. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more finance videos like this one. I'll catch you in the next one.